What's up, travelers? SJ Aviation HQ here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the model review of the Virgin Atlantic Airways Airbus A350-1000 by Aviation400. But of course, before we go ahead any further into the video, make sure if you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome to SJ Aviation HQ. Make sure you subscribe to the channel below and also dim that bell icon next to it so you don't miss out on any future videos coming soon, including more model reviews, more airport updates, more model unboxings. If you would like to see anything on this channel that I haven't done so already, make sure you comment below and any recommendations, or of course go over to my Instagram page, which will be the first link in the description below in the socials area, and join the community on there, and of course take part of any polls on my Instagram stories. And I'll later on in the video we'll be going through my social accounts so that you can come along and support me on any of them if you would like to. Also, if you want to share this video to your friends and to anyone who may be interested in this video or my channel, that some more support on the channel would be thoroughly appreciated. So of course, before we go any further into the video, before I show you the showcasing of the box, I'm going to be reading out some information about Virgin Atlantic as an airline, and a little bit of information about the aircraft, and a little bit of history. So for the likes of when this aircraft first flew, the age, where it was built, registration, when the aircraft was delivered to Virgin Atlantic, and the likes of what kind of engines are on board the aircraft. So founded and commencing operations in 1984, Virgin Atlantic Airways is a British airline with hubs at London Heathrow, London Gatwick and Manchester International Airports. The maiden service for Virgin Atlantic Airways took place between London Gatwick and Newark Liberty on June the 22nd, 1984. Since then, Virgin Atlantic uses a mixed fleet of Airbus and Boeing wide-body aircraft and operates to destinations within North America, the Caribbean, Africa, the Middle East and Asia, with seasonal operations from Belfast, Northern Ireland and Edinburgh in Scotland. As of today, Virgin Atlantic has an aircraft fleet consisting of 36 aircraft, including 9 Airbus A350-1000s. Their first 350-1000 was delivered on August the 9th, 2019, under the registration Golf-Victor Lima Uniform X-Ray. There are 9 of their current Airbus A350 fleet have an average fleet age of 2.6 years. So going into some information about Virgin, this particular aircraft. So the MSN number, the manufacturer serial number, is 071, so in hindsight 71. This aircraft here is an Airbus A350-1000, specifically at 1041, because 41 is the Airbus designated code for Airbus aircraft that are built and equipped with Rolls-Royce engines. And of course, the 350-1000 is the longest of the two variants for the 350. The 350-900 is the shortest one, and the 350-1000 is the longest one. This aircraft here is one of the world's longest aircraft in commercial aviation. I think it's only just longer than the 777-300ER, and I believe the 777-9X is the world's longest, followed by the 747-8, and then after that the 340-600. I'm pretty sure that's correct. This aircraft here performed its first flight on January the 10th, 2017. As of today, this aircraft is currently 5.5 years old. This aircraft here was built and produced at Toulouse, France, the main plant for the wide bodies for Airbus. So that's where the A330neo family and also the 350 family are built. Some of the narrow body aircraft are built there as well, but of course Hamburg is mainly where the A320neo families and A320ceo families are still being built there. But basically Toulouse is where the 350s and the 330s neos are built. And this aircraft is currently active, which means it is currently operating with passengers on board. So the registration of this aircraft that we're looking at today is Golf-Victor Delta Oscar Tango, or for those that don't understand the phonetic alphabet or aren't really not knowledgeable about it, it is G-VDOT. This aircraft again is an Airbus A350-1000, which was delivered to Virgin Atlantic on September 4, 2020. This aircraft here is equipped with two Rolls-Royce Trent XWB 907 engines, and wears the nickname Ruby Slipper, which I'll be showing a close-up view of very soon, so do stick around for that. And finally but not least, this aircraft here was ferried between Toulouse, France and Manchester Ringway International Airport on September 9th, 2020, 5 days after it was delivered, and was that ferry flight between Toulouse, France and Manchester was for a delivery flight. Just a fun fact, a factoid for the end of this of the segment for the video. This aircraft here used to be Airbus's testbed 350-1000, which was registered Foxtrot-Whiskey Whiskey X-Ray Lima, or F-WWXL. So that's that information out of the way for this aircraft, for the aircraft and the airline. Let's go ahead and check out the box. So as you can see, it is quite a pretty basic box for Aviation400. Of course, I have done the model review of the British Airways, but Aviation400, if you haven't checked that out already, it'll be card in the top right corner. Go ahead and check that out. But here we have this box here. Here's the Virgin logo here with the nice titles of Virgin Atlantic. I do like this typeface here. It is very, very modern. Of course, the founder of Virgin Atlantic is one of my idols in aviation, Sir Richard Branson. There is the registration of the aircraft, Golf-Victor Delta Oscar Tango, and here is the Airbus A350-1000 titles. This aircraft model is in 1:500 scale. There's the art number AV4106, and there is the Aviation400 logo. Very cool. On the bottom panel, we have the Virgin Atlantic typeface, the aircraft in the middle there, somewhat cruising or climbing. There is the scale of the aircraft, and there is the aircraft type, and there is pretty much the same details you saw on the base of the box there. Here is a different version of the Virgin Atlantic logo. Of course, the logo doesn't include the tailfin. It does somewhat have a little tailfin up here, but that's not the real emblem of it. Here is the scale of the aircraft again, aircraft type, and there are some nice specifications of the 350-1000. Want to go ahead and check that out? Go ahead and pause it. Sweet. And here is the top panel of the box. It's pretty much similar as the bottom one. And on the left hand panel we have some details about what Aviation400 do for their aircraft. There's the scale of the aircraft again, and there is the Virgin Atlantic modified logo, and there is what the aircraft type is again. On the back of the box, very, very plain. Here we have the Virgin typeface again, or logo. Here is some details about the awarding information in various languages: English, German, French, I believe. Here are some details here, the art number again, and the barcode, and also where the aircraft was made. That's basically where Aviation400 is based at, in China, of course, where the majority of the model brands are based, except Gemini Jets, I believe. I think Gemini Jets is the only brand in the 1:500 scale hobby that aren't based in China. Of course, they are based in Las Vegas in the US, in Nevada. So very cool. So that is basically that section out of the way, and that does do it for the showcasing of the box, and of course the reading out of the aircraft and the airline. So let's go ahead and check out the model. And here is the absolutely stunning Virgin Atlantic Airways Airbus A350-1000, made by Aviation400. This is Ruby Slipper. Now what I'm going to be doing in this section of the video is I'm going to show you an up-close image of the aircraft and give you some nice factoids and information along the way as we go through go down the aircraft. And yeah, hopefully you can enjoy that. Once again, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. to the channel as to Aviation HQ, and also comment below if you've enjoyed this video so far and what you have enjoyed. If you've got this model in your collection, let me know, and tell me what you like about Aviation400 as a model brand. This, for me, Aviation400 is one of my favourite model brands. I kind of think that they're streaks ahead of NG models in terms of their 350 model, that is. Of course, I do have some 350s by NG. I've got the French B, the Qatar Airways 350. I've also got recently acquired the Japan Airlines One World. Have done model reviews of those. Go ahead and check out the playlist in the top right corner right about now. Go ahead and check out the full playlist of model reviews I've done so far in that playlist, and you'll eventually make it through to the 350s. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this review. Just going to zoom in first and then get the nose into the shot. So let's go ahead. So as you can see, this model is an absolute pearler up close. So here we have the front of the aircraft, opposed to the recent model review that I did of the Etihad Airways 350 by JC Wings. There are no, there's no three sensors below the cockpit window there. But here at the end of the model here is the nose cone. Underneath that would be the weather radar. That is an instrument on board that lets the pilots know whether they're flying into any ominous weather cells in the area that they are operating in, whether they need to proceed on the flight plan that they have assigned for their flight, or whether they are needing to divert around that weather cell to evade any of the bad weather ahead. Just there below that red sort of square there, just there in the middle of the shot, there are some pitot tubes and the angle of attacks, and of course there are the window wipers, and of course the iconic raccoon mask of the A350 family. Very, very cool. There is the nose gear door with Oscar Tango on it. That is the last two digits of the registration, which again is Golf Dash Victor Delta Oscar Tango. There is the nose gear strut and nose gear itself. Very, very cool. That does roll. As you can see, it does roll. There is the ruby slipper emblem of this aircraft. Of course, this is the nickname of the aircraft. Very, very nice to see Virgin Atlantic being diverse with the people that are holding the flag. Very, very cool. Here is the L1 boarding door, mainly used by the cabin crew and the pilots on board the aircraft that are going to be flying the aircraft. And of course, this is mainly used by the passengers that are boarding for the aircraft in first class and business class, perhaps. As we move down, there is the aircraft type of the aircraft, the Airbus A350-1000 titles in the Virgin Atlantic font. Very, very cool. And here is the Virgin Atlantic billboard titles. Very, very nice. I do like this livery a lot. It's probably, in my opinion, better than British Airways in terms of livery. Here is the red ruby light that is used on top of the fuselage to showcase or to represent the anti-collision beacon light. Very, very cool. I like how Aviation400 is very creative in the ways that they are liking to use the realism. And here behind the beacon light is the first antenna on the aircraft. Of course, there are three on top of the fuselage. Here is, in the middle of the shot, is the ALF2 boarding door. That is a boarding door that used by the passengers for business class, premium economy, and economy class. Very, very cool. And there is, in the middle of the shot, there is the landing light, and also the fairing of the aircraft, the area of which the wing is joint to the fuselage. Very cool. And here is the number 2 engine, I believe, or number 1 engine. And there is the fan blades of this aircraft. Very, very beautiful. The detail of this model is absolutely amazing. And here is the nacelle of the engine with the Rolls-Royce logo on it. As of course these are Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-97 engines, very very cool. And there is the blue exhaust of the engine, very very detailed indeed. Here is the landing gear for this aircraft. As you can see, they do tilt and they do roll, very very cool. They probably tilt a little bit too much. Very very cool. I will show the belly of the aircraft later in the video. Here is the iconic sharklet for the 350, and just there in the middle of the shot are the two strobe lights, the white lights you can see there, they are the strobe lights, and the red navigation light to the left of the strobe lights, very cool indeed. And here is the nice detailing of the wing itself, very very cool. I will show the bottom of the wing very soon. Just there in the middle of the shot is the L3 door. That is not a boarding door, that is the door that is used by the passengers to evacuate the aircraft in the event of an emergency. Very very cool indeed. There's the registration again, Golf Dash Victor Delta Oscar Tango. Very nice. There is somewhat of another baggage door for the other side of the fuselage. Of course, the cargo doors are on the other side of the aircraft. There in the middle of the shot, there is the L4 boarding door, used by the passengers if they are boarding from the apron. I know I used the word tarmac in the last video. Do apologise for that. It is terrible English from me. There is the third antenna on top of the fuselage, and in front of that is the SATCOM, the Wi-Fi dome, used to provide the IFE in-flight entertainment on board the aircraft. Very cool. And moving on, in the middle of the aircraft, that is the second antenna on top of the fuselage. And of course, last but not least, we're looking at the tail fin area now. Here is the tail fin with the nice red tail fin here. There is the Virgin logo there, and there at the top of the registration is OT, Oscar Tango, the last two digits of the registration again. Very very cool. And here is the what are they called? They are the elevators on the aircraft. There is the leading edge, you can see just there, and in the middle of the shot just there is the logo light, or the tail light, that is used to light up onto the tail fin in the event of night operations, to give an identification to the ATC to know who was operating the aircraft and or where it came from, and a bit of a marketing tool to let the people in the terminal or around an airport and to know who the airline is, etc. Another one on the other side just there, and there is the auxiliary power unit, APU. Underneath there is the entryway to the APU. Let's go ahead and rotate the aircraft around. On the top of the cockpit, you can just see there in the middle of the shot an emergency escape hatch for the pilots in the event of an emergency. Very cool. There is the ruby slipper emblem again. In the middle of the shot there is the forward baggage compartment. Of course, there are two baggage compartments on this aircraft. On this side of the aircraft, that is. There is the bottom antenna on the bottom of the fuselage. Moving down, there is this side's view of the landing gear with the nice ruby emblem. Sorry, the ruby jewel for the anti-collision beacon on the bottom of the fuselage. I will show you that very soon. There is the rear baggage compartment. And again, there is the registration, Golf Dash Victor Delta Oscar Tango. And there is the side of the tail fin. Very, very nice indeed. Not too sure what that is. At the base of the tail fin there, maybe that is another entranceway of the APU, not too sure. That's something I like to learn about. There is this side's engine. And there is the interior of the engine. I like how Aviation400 have done the nice detailing on the spinner of the aircraft, where the spiral is. Very, very nice indeed. I like how you can see through the engine as well. Very, very nice. Of course, the spinning of the engine isn't really necessary in my opinion. I don't think that that aspect matters in terms of a model. Don't think anyone is going to be sticking anything into the engine. If they are, then it's their choice, I suppose. So let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the aircraft momentarily. Let me just get it into the shot. So just here, you can see the nicely outlined where the nose gear doors are. That's where the nose gear retracts into. There is the Virgin Atlantic typeface on the bottom of the aircraft. Very, very nice. And the end of Atlantic is the antenna. There is the red jewel of the anti-collision beacon on the bottom of the aircraft, and next to that is the stand hole, and the nice outline of where the landing gear doors are. There is some nice detailing on the bottom of the engine, very cool, and moving down the wing, very, very nice indeed. And there is the bottom of the sharklet there. Moving down to this side of the aircraft, of the wing that is, there is the registration Golf Dash Victor Delta Oscar Tango, very, very cool. Very, very nice indeed. Nice work by Aviation400 on the flaps and the slats on the bottom. Here is where the ram air turbine would be located, the red rectangle here, very nice. Otherwise known as the rats used in the event of testing. There are some air vents, I believe, very cool. Moving down, nice details on the fuselage, and nice view of the entryway to the APU, very, very cool indeed, and nice work on the elevators on the rear, the horizontal stabilizers, that is. Pretty sure there is a Virgin Atlantic emblem on the interior of the sharklet just there. Very nice indeed. Perhaps they could have done that a lot bigger, but it's not too bad in itself. So this model is an absolute pearler. I would recommend getting this model if you haven't got one in your collection already. I do like Aviation400 in terms of their 350s, and especially I will be looking forward to getting one or two of their 787s. Now with me, everyone should know by now, I have a massive collection of 787s. But this video isn't about 787s, so I won't go into detail about that. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, and comment below what your thoughts were. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and of course share this video to your friends if you haven't done so already, and to anyone who may be interested in giving this channel a whirl. So if you are interested in checking out my social area, or social handles that is, I am on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm part of a Discord server. I have a new website for my airport, you can see in the background, and coming soon to the social handles is my Patreon account. So for Instagram, I have my airport account, Astra International Airport's official Instagram account. What I do in there is showcase all the model aircraft and images, and sometimes videos as well. And of course, I put all of the news and the updates on that page in terms of the ins and outs of my airport's network, the information about what's happening, if there are any changes in terms of my activity on the airport. Everything is done on that page. Go ahead and check that out. All the links will be in the description below to the socials in general. Also, I have an Infinite Flight account, and I've also got my livery designing account as well. Go ahead and check them out as well if you are interested. Facebook and Twitter is basically where I showcase all of the uploads in terms of YouTube and Instagram for Astra Productions. Astra Productions is the one sole brand and platform for everything that I do in terms of content. Part of a Discord server, the Global Aviation Alliance. If you are interested in coming along and joining that alliance, what we're doing there, we talk about everything aviation basically. Our holidays, our models, our favourite liveries, favourite aircraft, favourite everything in terms of aviation. If you are an aviation enthusiast, probably preferable if you have a model airport as well. Do come along and join it. Do comment below, and I'll pass you on to one of the admins to get your application processed. For my airport's website, if you are interested in coming along and viewing that, make sure you are viewing the website via either a PC or a laptop, as of course the website is not yet compatible for a mobile device. I will update any news about the website on the Instagram page, the Asia International Airport Instagram page. Go ahead and support me on there for everything about the airport. And coming soon to my social area, socials handles, that is my Patreon account for Ashley Productions. That's where you could possibly support me through for this YouTube channel, and of course any collecting of my model collection, that is. So yeah, now that they've come to the conclusion of the video, thank you very much for coming along and viewing the model review of the Virgin Atlantic Airways Airbus A350-1000 by Aviation400. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Do let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. Like it if you liked it. Comment below if there is any model reviews you are wanting in the future. Any video suggestions at all. Do let me know in the comment section below. I will read them as they come through, and I will put any ideas into an idea list to hopefully do them in the future. Any model reviews that I haven't done so far already, I will slowly but surely get through them. I have a nice lineup coming up very soon of model reviews in terms of 787s, the EVA 787-10 by JC Wings, and of course the Japan Airline 787-9 and the One World delivery by ET Models. They are two model reviews that are going to be coming very soon, so do stick around for that. Do consider subscribing and turn on the notification bell so don't miss out any YouTube videos. So soon enough, on the left hand side will be the latest model review I did of the Etihad Airways A350-1000 by JC Wings. On the right hand side, soon enough, will be the full playlist of model reviews that I've done so far on the channel. In the middle is where you can subscribe. And until next time guys, fly safe, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.